After watching Bridgerton Season 3 Part 1, I'm enthralled by this side romance and I need to talk about it. So Bridgerton Season 3 has finally arrived, and I need to talk about this side plot. It's been more than 2 years since we last visited the Tun. We saw the rise of Kate and Anthony and the beautiful trope of enemies to lovers once again. And before that, we saw the fantastic love story of Daphne and Simon, though neither actor is in Season 3. Eventually, it was confirmed that Colin and Penelope would be the love story for Season 3, and while I do love them, there is another couple that I just have to talk about before Part 2 comes around. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's get one thing straight. I do love Colin as the lead couple. First, I want to say that I love Colin and Penelope, otherwise known as Polin. They are great as a lead couple. I was really annoyed with Bridgerton's Colin at the end of Season 2, but 2 Season 3 moments have completely changed my opinion. Let's talk about how much Colin has changed in Bridgerton Season 3. Do I think that the story itself feels a little loose right now? A bit. It felt like they got together so quickly after years of unrequited love on Penelope's side, and now suddenly everything has changed dramatically. But that's the name of the game when it comes to Bridgerton. With that being said, Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton are fantastic in their roles. In the words of Bridgerton showrunner Jess Brownell, they had something special with those two. Their chemistry is off the walls, and I could feel how much they truly wanted each other by the end of Part 1. Again, while I think some parts of this iconic romance from the novels were a bit rushed, they are a great couple to follow and one that certainly many fans enjoy. Francesca and John Sterling are also admirable as well. I did not expect to end up loving Francesca and John Sterling almost as much as Polin. While I won't reveal any spoilers about their romance in the novels from what I know, I was pleasantly surprised to see these two sort of take the B-plot romance of the show. Francesca makes her debut this season after all, but of course our introverted Bridgerton would literally do anything not to be in the spotlight. And then she finds John, this man who utterly understands her in many ways and knows her love language so well. I mean, we all cried a little when he gave her that thoughtful gift at the ball that she immediately went home to play. That's love right there. Just the scene of those two sitting quietly, enjoying the peace. It's perfect, and they really did make my heart flutter. But there's one other romance I have to point out, one that I really do love, but there's just something about the subtleness of Violet and Lord Marcus Anderson that draws me in. I am so down for this budding romance in so many ways. Here's the thing with Bridgerton. It's a great show, one of the best shows to binge watch on Netflix if we're being honest. It's full of beautiful romances, steamy scenes, and all the tropes that you could imagine. It's a romantic comedy movie lover's heaven. Heck, it's been mine ever since it premiered. But what we don't see that often in Bridgerton is mature people falling in love. We are always so focused on the longing, passion, and needfulness of the younger Bridgertons and their suitors that we never really focus on the relationships that we see in the older people. Queen Charlotte took a better look at this by going back and forth with the younger versions of Charlotte and George and how their love has grown over time, even after everything they've endured. There's a huge reason why the spin-off did so well and why, to this day, people still talk about them. It's because of that love that grows with you. There is yearning, but there's also this subtleness, almost this nervous excitement that we don't get to see in young love interests. And it's something that I love seeing with Violet Bridgerton and Marcus Anderson. We know for a fact that Violet would like someone to water her garden, as she said in Queen Charlotte. While it is not explicitly stated in Part 1 that she wants that specifically with Lord Marcus Anderson, there is no denying the chemistry between them and the sparks that are flying. I seriously love that kind of attraction. It's sparklers rather than fireworks, but both are just as wondrous to look at.